Hi, I'm Andrew with Trusty Sail and Paddle. It is a hot day here in North Carolina, but we wanted to take an opportunity to show you a new build that we just completed for one of our great customers. We have a lot of different needs from our customer base. Some people want to have propulsion using a motor, some people want to have propulsion using pedal-driven platforms, and some people want to paddle a boat. We want to make sure that that is possible for any customer in the way that they want to do it. Each propulsion system has its own advantages, and so integrating more than one on a craft really allows you to take advantage of each one of those. This customer was interested in still being able to pedal a boat. They wanted to be able to use that for an exercise platform, but using a pedal drivetrain is also fantastic, especially the prop-driven one, for holding a position while fishing. Much easier to go forward and backward by just simply pedaling forward and backward versus using the throttle system and constantly pulling on the reverse cord. So to be able to hold a position while fishing, it's great to be able to switch between either platform. So we started life on this project using a boat called the JK Knarr. We love this platform, especially now that the price point's been dropped to only $3,200. It is absolutely a value workhorse right now. Made in Sparta, Tennessee, and the boat is beautifully made, beautifully roller molded, and is a very fast hull shape. It was designed originally to be a Hobie PA competitor, so it does have a similar 14-foot length, similar stability, but the hull shape is actually a lot flatter on the bottom of the boat, which lends itself to higher top speeds. In fact, with this particular motor setup on this boat, we've had clocked speeds of upwards of 8 miles an hour on this particular rig, which on a kayak is absolutely smoking hot. So we wanted to make sure again that on this boat we had the ability to get to the fishing grounds, and we also wanted to be able to fish that ground really easily, again utilizing the other alternative drivetrain. So starting at the bow of the boat here, we added an aqua battery, 20 amp hour battery, hung it from our rod staging tubes, which makes it very easy to remove and charge the battery itself. That runs back to our 7-inch Garmin Echo Map side view fish finder. We mounted the scupper on the underside of the boat using the scupper pocket, and of course all wiring has been internally routed to keep it as clean as possible and to prevent yourself from snagging things while you're actually fishing. It's nice to have nothing in the way while you're actually using your rods and lures. For the actual motor system, we went with the Newport NK300. We chose this motor because primarily it allows us to move the battery location from the stern of the boat up to the bow for better balance. Part of the reason why this boat is able to move so quickly through the water is that it is very well balanced while it is in motion. We wanted the battery to be removable and easily chargeable for the customer, so we did add a charging port to the front here. Simply unplug right here and you're able to remove the battery for charging, plug it back in, and now you're ready to run the actual motor assembly. Moving aft, we've started using almost exclusively in all of our stern-mounted motor installations the Wizard FCS from Big Adventures. It offers foot-controlled steering that runs on a aluminum rod and actually has bearings inserted, so much smoother, and also handles the high torque and high horsepower numbers that you're seeing on these NK300s. At 110 foot-pounds of torque, it offers a lot of power, and with that you need a lot of strength and a lot of build quality to ensure that you're able to turn the boat without having any type of torque in the system. So this really eliminated a lot of problems that we had over the past, when you were installing those guys. One other nice thing about the Knarr is that we have tri-track, we call it, throughout the entire perimeter of the boat. So on this boat, we were able to utilize that tri-track with stainless steel bracketry to mount these foot-controlled steering without having to drill any holes in the boat at all. That also allows for relocation if somebody else is using the boat, or if you're going to be moving your seating position, you can actually move the entire pedal assembly if necessary. The seat, as we mentioned, also does move and can have a high and low seating position on this boat. The drivetrain on the Knarr is amazing. To deploy it, you just simply lift up on this lever right here. It's one of the only brands that offers a shallow draft mode from a propulsion standpoint. Half of the prop is still hidden inside the cavity of the hull, which allows you to use this in just a few inches of water. Fully deployed, goes all the way down, offers a great skeg for tracking, and of course great propulsion as well. And the best benefit, if you hit anything or you're in shallow water, it'll automatically knock up into the hull which doesn't require you to actually manually raise the drive at all. Fully sealed deck when it is in the deployed mode as well, helps keep all of your items and loose things inside the hole without dropping out. Moving further forward, or further stern, you'll notice the exit point for our foot control steering is on the back right here. It runs into the Newport system. We also swap out the Newport pulley on the top with a sailboat block because it does reduce the friction in the system quite a bit and make it much easier to raise and lower the actual motor assembly. That's done with this jam cleat setup over here. Just simply pull up on this right here, raises the motor, locks down into position, and then allows you to focus on using that pedal drive without increasing the drag in the system. Once it is deployed, we have a throttle system that's mounted right here. Simply push the button to turn it on, and then you're able to run your motor. As we mentioned, this boat will actually push upwards of 8 miles an hour under full throttle, which really allows you to get to those fishing grounds quickly and then utilize that pedal drivetrain for not only increased battery life, but of course ease of use when you're actually fishing that structure as well. All in all, this is really one of our favorite platforms. It checks a lot of boxes for a lot of customers at a really reasonable price point. So if you want us to build one or have any other questions, please feel free to give us a call here at Trusty Sail and Paddle in Morehead City, North Carolina at 252-499-9911. Thanks for listening.